got to get me a GoPro, you know. Honest to God, you know, these phones are brilliant, but you know, a GoPro it's in its own league.
In a quarter mile, leave the roundabout at the second exit.
I thought this would take us down, you know.
Yeah. Should we go left and...
Yeah, go on, yeah. Ah, the sat nav's not updated. It's updated, but yeah, you go down.
Probably still just thinks it's faster because there's no traffic.
Yeah. Ah, yeah. Slow it down a bit more.
Leave at the second exit.
So how do you feel about your driving test?
Yeah, pretty good.
Good.
I think, yeah, another mock tomorrow.
Yes. Yeah.
Just have another run over the manoeuvres I
In a
don't do on
quarter
the
mile, leave the roundabout at the first exit.
Ignore that. You're following yours. What was it?
But yeah, otherwise I feel pretty
Good.
happy.
Good.
I feel like if it's
Leave at the first exit.
I feel sort of pretty confident.
Good. I got a message off Tegan, didn't I? She goes, "Oh, why has that test been cancelled?" I said, "No, it hasn't been cancelled." So what it is, it's I said I've cancelled your lesson / test, not his. So I think she got worried thinking that the driving test had been cancelled, which clearly it wasn't. It was just I think she got worried.
Yeah, fair enough.
I can't believe I've got another test and nobody wants it.
I know, yeah, she's got to get rid of it tomorrow, hasn't she?
Yeah, I've told her. So just dump it.
Yeah.
Now leave the roundabout.
I'm very surprised. Very surprised.
Oh.
Nobody wants it. Very surprised. But, you know, it is what it is. Nobody wants it.
Well, worth a try, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. It's beautiful, this, isn't it? We've done a good job.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? I don't know what's the cycle now.
Oh, wow, it's lovely. It's nice. Yeah, they've done a good job. I bought Sam here, another one of my pupils, literally when they were building it, so when they were finishing this off.
Yeah.
It's your second one of my pupils to be here. Not bad.
It's
Not bad, it's good. I think the speed limit they put on, what is the speed limit here?
50.
Yeah, I think the speed limit they put here is good. It reflects where you are, I think it's good.
I've never been stuck in a traffic jam on it yet, which either means people aren't using it or it's flowing really well.
It's flowing well.
Yeah.
I think what it's done, it's dispersed traffic quite well.
In a quarter mile, leave the roundabout at the first exit.
Yeah, it's twigged. Yeah, not bad.
It still wants us to go to York.
It's got its own mind on it.
Yeah, straight up.
Yeah, we know where we're going. Hopefully, anyway.
Leave at the first exit.
Ignore that. I was looking at the new Kia. Do you know, it's got USB-C.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm a little obsessed with this tech now. And I don't mind standard
Now
USB.
leave the roundabout.
I think, you know, the USB-C is the way forward now.
Yeah, definitely.
And this car doesn't have it, and it's frustrating me now.
Yeah, I've never thought about it.
Bro, honestly, I've been obsessed with this tech. I've been looking at this. I was thinking of changing this car just for that reason alone. You know, I was looking at the Skoda, the ENIAC.
Yeah.
I was looking at
In
that.
a quarter mile, keep left and then turn left.
It'll be a step down, I think. It's going to.
Yes, well, the thing is, it's not as efficient as this, though.
Yeah, I
You know,
just think that if you look at this car and look at that car,
yes,
it just looks a bit
Now
more
keep
like
left and then turn
Yes.
left.
without telling me your family's address in
Now turn left
in
and then
Sheffield.
right.
Do you think you could get me anywhere close to them and come back?
Yeah.
Okay.
the problem is it's the other side of Sheffield.
Oh wow! How big is Sheffield?
No, it's not that big. It's probably 25 minutes though across.
Oh right, it's quite big then.
It's just rubbish roads, I think.
Okay.
Just see how far we get, right?
Yeah, yeah. As long as you don't end up pushing the car backwards. It's beautiful. This it's really nice. I think in this 10 years, you'll have trees on either side. It'll look really nice.
Yeah. And then the plan is like build out this way as well, isn't it? So it just gets me to the cinema and back, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to look into a GoPro now. Do you know if I can't have it permanently fixed in?
Get done before tax year.
And do they have? Can you directly upload to YouTube on there?
No idea.
'Cause I thought just have it running. Just have it running back now. Only thing is, the only problem with YouTube is it picks up on music. So if you've got anything running in the
In a
background,
quarter
you can't have it
mile,
running.
leave the roundabout
Yeah.
at the third exit.
Don't know where that's taking me. Certainly not that way.
Leave at the third exit.
Ignore that. You know, once I was late for a lesson, I've come from the opposite side. It was entertaining. I was in the outside lane under the car in the left lane. He was looking at my face while I was driving. I just ignored him and just carried on going. I was coming up from bottom of cross gates and I come all the way through. I remember this now. Come all the way through, and I remember how up to the speed limit I was driving.
You could floor it on it.
Oh yeah.
The roads are so smooth.
Yes.
Why there's no cameras and stuff on this side?
Oh, they will do. Give one fatality, and they will do. I'm going to let you do some driving in complete quiet, okay? I'm going to stay completely quiet, just let you do some driving on your own.
And we're getting up towards a motorway.
You seem to know this road pretty well, though.
Yeah, I mean, once we get up to this,
Your missus
In
must
a
be a
quarter
very, very
mile,
good driver.
leave the roundabout
And
at
I
the
mean that with the
second
greatest of
exit.
respect. She must be a very good. Just like, well done. Lovely that. She must have been taught well. Or a very determined driver. Either way, she drives a lot on the motorway.
yeah, she does.
Leave at the second exit.
It's actually sent us the right way.
Oh, it's walk up, yeah.
Now leave the roundabout.
So it's sent us towards the M1, we just go straight for it.
Yep. What's that noise?
Yeah, thank you.
Got to remember to cancel it as soon as you don't need it. As soon as it's achieved its objective, you get rid of it.
Leave at the first exit.
So, what's your favourite movie?
Oh, that's good.
Now leave the roundabout.
I love John Wick. We talked about John Wick, haven't we?
Yeah.
In 0.1 miles, leave the roundabout at the
What
second
about the last
exit.
one, the new one? I heard they're making a 4, aren't they?
Yeah, it comes out this year.
Yeah. What do you think of 3?
I loved it.
You think it was better than 2?
No.
Yeah. Good.
It's hard to make them as good, isn't it, every time?
Yeah.
Or there was some stuff in 3
Leave at the second exit.
that was just amazing, wasn't it?
Now
There's
leave
like
the
terrifying
roundabout.
scenes where
Leave the roundabout at the third exit.
like they're like 2 dogs for an entire scene, just like and all film with 1 camera.
Leave at the third
Wow.
exit.
Yeah. You're correct. I bet these farmers are loving it around here, aren't they?
Now leave the
I bet the
roundabout.
price of property has gone up round here as well.
They probably sold them a load, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mm. But what I'm going to
In
do,
a
I'm going to buy
quarter
a new
mile,
mount.
leave the roundabout at the second exit.
One thing I've realised, like when you're buying stuff around, like for mobile phones, the mounts are really, really poor quality. I liked 1. 2 was better.
Leave at the second exit.
3 was a little bad.
I love the fact that they follow on from each other. It's like direct, like
Yes.
I think that's quite
Yeah,
nice
yeah,
for a
yeah, yeah.
normal way of doing it.
Mm, mm.
So we go straight
Mhm.
left here.
Mhm. Yeah. You don't need to. I do.
Yeah.
It just makes
Now
it
leave
easier
the
for people
roundabout.
behind you to assess what you're doing. So are we on the slip road or are we on the actual motorway?
Slip road, I think.
Okay, so we're joining the motorway.
Yes.
Do we need to let them know that we're joining the motorway?
Yes.
How do you let them know? Okay. How many lanes over there on the motorway? Okay, that means you're on a slip road. Generally speaking, there'll be 3 roads. Mhm.
Please follow M1 for 5 miles.
And do you understand why that the noise on this road is different to the next road?
Yeah, it's the surface, isn't it?
Yeah, do you know why they do that? Wake you up. It hypnotizes you.
It is correct. I think it's
Yeah,
sort of
yeah, yeah, yeah.
push electric how we don't got the engine on.
Yes. And the best tires for electric cars are Michelin, the ones that you've got on your car. So how do you feel about your driving test?
Yeah, fine. I feel like it's a pretty good slot as well.
Yes, yeah.
Just after all that, everybody goes to work and everything.
So do you know that number on the left-hand side? That black number, what does that mean?
The junction number.
Okay, so if it's, so what number is that? Number,
45.
okay, so if you saw 43 after that, going down, does that mean you're going up the motorway or down the motorway?
Down the motorway.
Okay. So do you know the A63, that arrow, does it mean it's the next exit?
Yes.
What does that orange sticker mean? I'll be very surprised actually if you understand that. That's for like workers, do you know these lorry drivers, diversion? So it's like lorry maintenance. So for example, there could be somebody building a house there. They'll say follow the yellow triangle or the black star, and they follow them. So what would you do if you did break down on the motorway?
So I try and get off the motorway if possible.
That's fine. That thing there, what does that mean?
That's an emergency fill.
And what's it connected to? Do you know?
Either motorway, what it's called, either the police or the motorway. So
Yeah. Okay. What's the speed limit here?
70.
Okay. Have you ever used adaptive cruise control? Would you like to use it? Okay. Where your right thumb is, there's a button called mode.
Yeah.
Can you press that for me? If you look at your dashboard, it says cruise control. Can you see it? Above the number 60. You know where it says RES, flick the button down. Okay. Now let go of the gas pedal and it'll drive itself at that speed. Okay. Now, is that the speed that you want to be traveling at? Then the same button, if you hold it upwards, don't do it yet, but if you hold it upwards, it will go up in increments of 5 miles an hour. If you flick it, it'll go up by 1 mile an hour. So send it up to whatever speed is appropriate. You're driving the car. You decide what's appropriate. Uh-huh. And it'll adapt itself. Now, between there, on that dashboard, it also shows where you set your speed, 2 cars, and it shows them little blue dots. Yep. It's also in that plastic heads-up display, and that's showing you the reaction time it has between you and the vehicle in front. So it's telling you that if a car comes in front of you, it'll adjust its speed with the car in front. And it's reaction time, so it's delayed reaction. You can adjust that by that button there, and that will adjust how quick it reacts. I always use that on drive. It's fuel efficient, it does most of your driving, and very soon the legislation is going to change. And if you have that on and you have an accident, you will be not held responsible for the damage to your vehicle. So legislation is changing soon. And now adjust your speed. So that button, flick it down so it goes on to 50. Bit more to right. Or now that you've turned cruise control off, flick the lever down again. So you no, not that one. That one, yeah, that one, yeah. Okay, now look at the speed you've set and adjust it, and it's fine. And that's what we do, to let it do itself.
Makes sense.
And that way you're not stressed when you're driving. That sign's telling you these 2 lanes. Okay. No, stay in this lane. No stress. So when you want to move over, it's showing you 4 lanes that are active, but it's showing you the furthest lane, the measurements, because they're narrow lanes. What we do want to do is move over. You need to do 1 lane at a time. So start your routine. Let him make him aware of what your intentions are. That's just your BDS system kicking in.
Now keep right.
Then cancel the signal, then do it again. You need to do it now because your road's going to. Actually, yeah, he's across. It's okay, he's moving across. That's fine. So, is the speed limit 70 or is it 50? I don't know. I'm asking you. You need to decide before you do it. But before you do it, assess. Yeah. There's nothing here telling you different. Okay. Now you see that speed limit sign there. Now on my car, the system will pick up on 50. So my cars are active, like yours. It has the active thing. So what it'll do, it'll pick up on a speed limit sign. Google Maps doesn't. Google Maps will show you 70. It's how people are getting tickets. So and that's why new cars have this technology. Now it picks up on this, but it doesn't pick up on the overhead gantry rectangular ones. And you need to understand that. So sometimes, excuse me, it's telling you to change speed limits, and it's not telling you there, and you end up going too fast, and you end up getting a ticket. What's that sign telling you on the left? What does it mean?
So 200 yards and a third lane's open.
So does it mean that the lane on the right becomes 2 lanes, or does it?
Yeah. So
Okay. We don't need to move. No, it's no stress. We're good. So what's that sign telling you now?
back to national speed.
Then increase your speed. So keep your finger on it, and it'll go up in increments of 10 then. It's doing it now. Can you feel it? That's it, yeah. And now let's move across to let these guys out. Lovely. How fast can a lorry go? What's his maximum speed limit?
60 on it.
Yeah. So when you're driving your car and there's a lorry, avoid going 55, 50, because they'll bully you.
Yeah.
And I don't know whether you're aware, they actually drive on, although legally they're supposed to be driving at an appropriate speed, and they do, but they drive most of it on GPS speed. So be careful. Just because you're doing 60 and he's doing 60 and he's really close to you, that's because he's doing GPS speed, so he's going slightly faster. When you use cruise control, life is.
I was going to say,
I swear to God, it's bliss. Yeah, it's just bliss. It's just easy. And do you know if he pulls out in front of you, your car slow down. The only problem is not many cars. Like all new cars, he doesn't have that technology yet. And that's why if you've got an older car, they'll very quickly write your car off. So you start buying newer cars. So eventually you're forced to upgrade. A bit like iPhones when they drop your charge rate, do you know, like on your phone and tell you your battery's like not working or whatever. When it's safe, start moving back into lane on the left. And make sure you see the lorry in the left in you before you come back. That's beautiful. Well done. Before this sort of lesson finishes, we need to do another 16 overtakes because I expect my pupils to be able to do at least 18. So we've done two. Before you finish, I'm expecting you to be able to use all 4 lanes of the motorway. What does that sign mean on the left?
Wind.
Yeah.
Is it always going from the left?
No, it's just telling you that it's crosswind. Usually when it's a flat road and that's the speed cameras.
Yeah.
So now I would move out because the lorry's on the right, sorry, on the left, and he's going to be going slow. Don't worry, it won't speed up anymore. And unless you're doing it. Can you feel it slowing you down?
Yeah.
Just don't give gas, just slide out. I don't like brace it, speed itself. That's it, yeah. Cancel it. Do you see that car behind the lorry?
Yeah.
Do you understand what he's doing?
They just stop
You know, but do you legit understand what he's trying to do? Do you know when you drive past? Notice the driver, and I'll tell you. If it's what I think it is, hit you. If it's what I think, it might not be, but I'm 99% sure that it's what I think it is. You'll see in a couple of minutes anyway. It's not doing 70. Would you understand what? Do you know these Nissan Leafs when they're stuck behind lorries? Do you understand why they do that?
Is it just
Go on.
decap?
Yes,
Just keep
yes,
the traffic going?
yes, yes. £2 he's saving. Legit, that's what he's doing. But then they've come out. And it's like the aerodynamics. I was speaking to one of my pupils yesterday. She's got Huawei phone, but it's from China. So they still have access to the Google Play Store. Them phones are amazing, you know. They really are. It's like they're better. I don't know, but they're better than these iPhones. These are the bricks. They just
It's pure laziness that keeps me around.
yes, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
know
yeah.
that I know how to use it, and it's even learning something new.
I use it pure convenience for pupils. Now they're going to come into your lane, so when it's safe, move across. And it just keeps everybody flowing. Although by law they'd have to wait if it's not safe, but you've got 3 lanes. You can move out in good time. So look in your left arm, but if it's safe, move back in again. Unless you're late. If he look now, he's moving. I think that was enough to trigger him. I think that actually triggered him. Hmm.
It's a bit weird because your right foot's not doing anything, right?
Yes,
You can feel like the wheel turning.
yes. And that technology is what they call lane keep, and it's more in different vehicles. So in VWs, it's a lot more aggressive. If I turn it off, it doesn't even feel like I'm driving this car. It doesn't feel right. Now, in that top heads-up display, you'll see yourself getting closer to that car. If you are, move out. It means he's going slower than you, and you're not going unreasonably fast. You're certainly not going over the speed limit. And you'll see that the bars, and you'll see the car getting closer in that heads-up display. They've replaced the Ford Fiesta. Yeah, the Ford Puma.
Oh, I used to like the old Pumas.
Did you? Oh, you're like Steve-O. All right, okay. I hate them cars.
They're a girly car, aren't
Yes, they're hairdresser
they?
cars, I
So
call them.
I've still got one.
Right.
It's on its like,
Oh, wow.
I'd say it's on its last legs. It looks after it, but it spent hours having to do it to keep it going.
It's like having I don't know, a Cavalier. Do you know, it's like, it is what it is. It's like you buy it because that's what it needs. It's like buying a Renault or a Citroen and worried about electrics.
But you're right, it is a hairdresser's car. But like, so was the Audi TT at one point.
It still is now.
Yeah, it probably is. It looks a bit cooler now.
I think the R8 looks cool.
Oh, yeah,
You know, that's a man's car. Yeah. But I don't think the TT is, it's certainly not something I drive. It's not, it wouldn't suit my lifestyle. You know, living alone, bachelor, maybe. Fiat 500, maybe. So, but then that's appealing to my feminine side. Do you know? Yeah, I'll leave that till, yeah. So my wife threatened me with divorce, yeah. Absolutely.
Not really getting anywhere now. Just going back onto life.
Yeah, if you like, yeah. You see how he's increased his speed now? Now you see that lorry? Now we can see the van behind it and the Ford Puma, the blue coloured car. So you've got about maybe 30 seconds where the car will either slow down or you'd need to change lanes. Now before you do that, start looking in your mirrors and assess the environment you're in. They've stopped making them in this country. Mitsubishi Outlanders. They're actually pretty nice. Them. There's two. Wow. So in terms of the lorry, you'll see that he's doing 60, you're doing 68. So at some point, you're going to get close to him. It's just easy if you move out in good time. And then look, and before you come back in, see if there's another lorry within that reasonable space. If there is, you don't bother coming back. You wait until you go past him, then go back in. So it's not the slow lane, it's the first lane. But you're not going to get done sat in this lane if you're overtaking and if you're making progress. But if you're sat here and the lane's empty and you sat here for a mile, that's unreasonable. Yeah, lane hobbies. And he's wandering in his lane, so he's not concentrating on his driving. And now we'd move back in because we can, it's safe. The beauty of electric cars, they're just smooth. There's no stress when you're driving them. I tell you what, that passenger stressed him. He's doing that person's driving, that lad in that car. He's doing that driver's driving. Going back out again. Look, that's why. If that person doesn't look in the mirror, they're going to crash in that Merc. That Merc needs to just change lanes. Yeah. But it's intentional. Do you know his driving standard? He's touching that line because that car's touching that line. Why not just change lanes and just go? you also understand why I'm making you do a motorway lesson?
I think like probably this is probably the road I'm going to be driving down most.
Yes.
So for me, it's massive. I think realistically, like my wife will carry on driving around
I
most
wouldn't.
of the time.
I
Well,
wouldn't.
I mean, I'm not saying she'll take it all, but
Yeah.
like the majority of the time when like it'd be good for me to drive is coming down to Sheffield.
I would. If you're with your wife in the car, I would share the burden.
Yeah.
You know, you drive down, she drives up, or she drives down, she drive up.
She's going to be driving back, so she's going to drive.
I think it's very reasonable. Very reasonable. And I think it's appropriate. It's stressful, you know, when one person is driving there and back, and it's hard, and you don't realize how hard it is until you start driving. Do you know? I've always wondered how the hell did they write that, you know?
Backwards. I suppose that enough time to practice then.
But how do they do? I mean, do they just stand there on a night?
How do you just hang over there?
Wow,
Right upside down.
man, people have got time on their hands. Honestly, God damn. Yeah. And this is what electric cars love. It's like when you're driving down here and it sucks up the auto recuperation. So now we can see cars coming down here. We can see him, but no, we don't need to move over here unless there's another car because he's going faster than us. So he'll come into your lane in good time. So you don't need to move across, but look in your right door mirror just in case. And now we look in the left door mirror just in case there's an emergency vehicle flying down the road. And it's normal on slip roads, joining and coming off the motorway, that you'll see an emergency vehicle. It's usually motorway police. They've stopped making them in manuals now. You know, Toyota Yaris, they only come in hybrids now. They're finished. They're finished now. Yeah, they're finished. The reason why it was peeping there was or beeping, it was because when there were roadworks here, it's still picking up on the line markings. That's why it doesn't affect your driving test. And you'll see them here. So if the lines are like really sort of clear to the sensor on the car, it'll pick up on them. I tell you what I want. You know the mounts that they have on the outside of the car? I want to put a GoPro on one of them. Do you know, like on my bonnet?
Yeah.
I want one of them.
That's true.
Yeah, and have a like a Bluetooth connection to my ear and talk over it in the car, but have it on the outside. You're just not going to get a clearer picture than outside. Never thought of that. I never thought of that. Okay, scrub that.
Probably alright when you're just driving around normal.
Yeah, I just thought it's good. It's like it's a very clear picture.
And the GoPro live resolution's crazy.
Oh yeah, it's amazing.
And then you turn into a tiny little box on YouTube.
Yeah,
Completely pointless.
yeah, true. That's a nice colour. That is a very expensive colour in the car. That's not white. It's like a pearl. That's about $2,000 on top of the car. It's a beautiful colour. When I bought this car, this colour, I mean, I got this colour free because this was like the free colour in the car. But I would have paid for this. I would have paid like this grey. I wanted this grey. I would have happily paid extra for this car.
Like the blue that we got, but some of the other colours were a bit naff, like the free ones.
Yeah.
Furniture's fleeced, you only get the free ones.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe some of them, but it's
Why would you want it?
looking like a grand delight.
Yeah, yeah.
We looked at, was it it's a Ryan?
That is amazing. That's about £80,000 that car though.
The grey on that car was amazing.
Yeah,
Much the same as this, to be honest.
yeah.
A little bit mad,
Mm.
really good.
I think it's everyone copies Audi.
Yeah, they do.
Mm.
Is that just because everybody wants it?
Yep. It's the lead. They simply lead. And you know, when excuse me, when you're sat in an Audi, you realise why. Just the way the design, it's perfect.
It's sounds like
It, it
it's a bit lower.
yeah. Well, the thing is, it's like when you sat in, they could have done it with this car, and it's not that these guys can't do it. I hope. Now, I wouldn't move back in yet. Now, the reason for that is we don't know what's going on there, and we don't want the lad standing in the road or whatever. And now I'd move across. And that's what I do. I don't rubbernecks. I don't see what they're doing. I just stay away from them. So then, let's say, for the sake of argument, look, we don't know what's going on there, but the professionals there, and they can deal with it. What does that sign on the left mean there?
It means that there's traffic coming onto the motorway.
So now look in your right door mirror. Don't move across. Not necessary. Just make sure you're informed and you know what's going on there. So if you have to move across, then you will do. So that's telling you there's no hard shoulder for X amount of miles. That means it's a smart motorway. It's like a busier area.
Shall I move back?
It's up to you. I'm not going to argue.
Just slowly catching this car.
hmm Maybe because that lane turned off.
Yeah.
Well, you're driving reasonably fine. Does the missus know about your driving test?
Yeah.
Oh, good, good, good. What did she think?
Yeah, I think she's pretty chilled about it. I think I think it's her fault that I had to drive. So
Oh, good. I like them cars.
yeah, they're nice.
They're actually pretty smart inside as well. They're nice. What do you think? They're too wide to teach you. I would
Yeah.
love one of them. So like now he's gonna come out into your lane in 15 seconds. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna eat my words. 8, 9, 10. Come on, kid. 11, 12. If they're the god. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. There. And the reason for that is A, there's a slip road coming on. So we're watching the lad in a Nissan Leaf, and he should be signalling early, but he's only just processed that there's a slip road finishing. With the signalling good time.
Motorway to the left, onto the 6109 towards Sheffield East.
So if they signal earlier, people are aware of what they're doing. But here's where I make a judgment call. I don't go into that lane that quick because he's going 60, and you've got to get into that lane, but you want to see the flow of traffic.
Yeah.
So before, because 2 miles is approximately maybe 30, 40 seconds worth of traveling at this speed. So now make a judgment call whether you need to move in.
I'm still going to go blind spot.
Okay, the car's picked up on him. I'm going to turn the route sat nav off. I'm going to let you drive to wherever you want to drive, okay?
So I'd normally come off the middle.
Okay, do it then.
Leave the
Yep.
motorway at the next exit, and then leave the roundabout at the 4th exit.
Again. So 1 lane at a time and pause in between each lane change. That's perfectly reasonable. What I'd do now is I would turn off cruise control.
Okay.
So if you touch your brake or press mode and it'll turn off. That's it. And now you're driving the car. The reason for that is you want to be in control of what you're doing now. Also, you'll get a perspective. Very important that you realize that you had it on, because if the car in front of you slows down, you'll slow down. But initially, you would have set your speed to X. When he moves out the way, the car launches. And it's happened to me once in an Audi. And it's not an experience which I wanted to replicate ever again. So without me telling you what to do, I'm pretty much confident that you'll be able to drive me wherever you need to do, wherever you need to drive me. That I don't know where you're going, and I'm just sat in the car just watching you in awe.
This is the bit where I embarrass myself when it's the road to Sheffield and then now.
They used to have a chimney here or something, didn't they?
Oh yeah, also all this used to be the old cooling towers.
That's it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Built all this.
Yeah.
Ironically made it nuclear. It was.
Mm-hmm.
When they knocked it down, like basically like all waited up in a wall and just watched it.
Mm. So what would they do with it now then? What's it turned into now?
It's just random like land for like factories and like
Oh, right.
sewage.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
And this is the bit that I hate because I'm on the floor like that.
Mm-hmm. We'll see. Well, let's work on it together. If there's a God, let's hope we don't find him. No, I think you're doing okay. I think you're doing lovely. Even if you go the wrong way, it doesn't matter as long as you hold your lane.
Yeah.
What are them crosses for on the floor? Can you see them?
They just to indicate where the other traffic would come past.
Yeah. So they're like lane dividers. Yeah. So it shows you your lane is the one ahead. So you can see your cross. It naturally forms a cross. And theirs is that way. So you just stay in your lane and you're completely fine. That's made his day. Yeah. Look again. Always look when you're the lead vehicle.
Yeah.
There's always one person that you'll find. Well, you can tell he's not watching his sat nav, he's listening to it. There's always one person that goes through a red light.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All in the wrong lane, so I'm crossing it.
No, you're doing good. You're fine. Okay. Yeah. Go a little quicker. Avoid going less than 20. That doesn't make sense. Well, you're going where he's going.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think he was in the right lane as well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, he wasn't. Or was he? I don't know.
I think he was, yeah. I think he just doubted himself, which is to just the opposite to what I did.
Good size, that building.
Oh, it's massive, isn't it? There's
Wow.
lots around here.
What speed limit here?
40. Yeah, they wouldn't do it.
Oh, yeah, I know. The thing is, it's like they're familiar with the area. So they'll drive very confidently. That's huge, that, isn't it? What is that anyway?
Pretty little thing, they just don't do like women's clothes.
Oh, right. Yeah, 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 yeah. It is, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, yeah. That's right. Wow.
Yeah.
That is one massive building.
Must be their like only distribution centre.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They must have got a ridiculous
rate.
rate here.
It's crazy.
Oh, there.
Still waiting there, yeah. That looks like design places like that. That was a job I should have known what to do.
Wow. Well, somebody's bust the mains. Their building's very flashy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mind you, they're very busy. I've noticed. I've seen 3 police cars with their blues and two done already. When literally,
Close to about 10, 12 to that.
well, we've got it here. Well done. Congratulations. Well done. Not bad at all.
Pretty quick.
Yeah, not bad. That's my dream job, you know, drive a tractor.
Is it?
I love that. I think it's brilliant, that.
My wife's got a doing like one of these things where you go and like do it for the day.
Yeah, like a digger or something, like a dumper truck. I'd love to just do that all day long. I don't know. I think everyone says that about everyone else's job.
You ever seen Gold Rush TV show?
Yes, yeah,
That
yeah,
makes
yeah.
me think it'd be horrible.
Yes, yeah.
Sat there all day, you listen to music.
Yeah, but the thing is, once them guys find a nugget, they've done it, haven't they?
Problem is the people sat in the trucks all
You,
day.
you need to move out in good time. But then you watch these memes on TikTok or whatever, and it shows somebody that's found like a lump of gold or a meteor or something. They've won like 20 gazillion quid or something.
Where it's insane.
Oh, wow, I've been on this road before. I know. There's a McDonald's somewhere around here, isn't there?
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. Oh, wow.
That's what we should have done. We should have set McDonald's.
Sad, isn't it? I know every McDonald's is. Yeah, there's a McDonald's, and I think there's a Lidl around here as well, an Aldi.
Yeah, there is. Further down on the right.
Yeah. Oh, wow, I know my way around it. Yeah. It's very peaceful early morning. It's
Dead
nice.
quiet, yeah. It's
Yeah,
lovely.
It's good. Yeah, don't jinx it, do you know what I mean? All of a sudden, everyone starts running out.
It's got stuck on the motorway in a big crash. An old Chevy car with like a bag full of apples that her parents had given her.
Wow,
She just sat in the car for about 3 hours eating apples.
munching apples, yeah. I was, here's a Mackey's, yeah. They're not very efficient, you know, these guys over here, in his Mackey's over here, they're not very good, you know.
No.
They certainly don't get brownie points off me. I went in and it wasn't a good place.
Very variable.
Do you know when you go in, do you know the drive-through?
The one on Oakwood's awful.
Yeah, the same, yeah. It's not managed very well.
Yeah.
Them two, there's one in Bradford in Burlington. That's another one. It's not managed. It's like, you know, the managers are not like clipping wings. You know, they're not dealing with it. Sheffield is massive. Wow.
It's quite like spread out. I'd say.
Yeah.
Leeds feels quite compact. In
Yeah.
comparison.
Good size of road. God, yeah. Very generous. You know, the let. There it is.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, no, my way around. I only know it because once I came to charge my car here. What like here? And then I thought, well, hang on, where's the nearest Mackey's? And I found the Mackey's. So I put my car on charge, nipped in there, had a coffee, come back, car charged.
Which lane becomes which lane? I think left lane becomes the main one, doesn't it?
I don't know, we'll find out. How would you know? You'll see markings don't fly. I can see them from here.
Yeah.
So which lane do you...
Left lane's there.
What does that triangle mean on floor? That little thing on that triangle on the left? See
Oh,
on the-
the two become one.
No, that one there.
Oh, icy condition.
Yeah. So it must be like, you know, exposed sort of road and stay in your lane. See, no, move to the right, stay in your lane. You just merge with them, that's all. I think we did rather well there, not bad. I'm going to turn my thing off. Don't want people knowing where we're going.